get his night going. Upside down.
Alright, Zulu. Here we go. At your doggy visit and sit it on the scale. 60.4. So to be that old, very well, calm. You have other dogs in here and you're just chilling.
See, I just want to play.
Brownie? Oh, Lord Jesus. His name is Zulu.
She keeps saying it.
Yes. But that's a fashion now. Do I just cut their nails or do I just cut off here?
See, I just want to play.
He sure is a beautiful dog.
Oh, appreciate it.
Well, ma'am, Santa Blessed, I can't see any stars in all this fog. Soon they were hopelessly lost. Then, through the foggy blanket, the youngest reindeer heard a faint, ringing sound. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. He looked over at the old reindeer with the red nose, but he had his head down. Red nose, I wonder who that could be. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding.
Who is it?
Oh my, literally. There was that sound again, like church bells, ringing. The youngest reindeer turned around to look at Santa, but Santa wasn't listening. He seems to be arguing with a little box with buttons on it. With a flick of the harness and a jerk of the reins, the youngest reindeer gave a sharp tug and headed off towards the sound of the bells, pulling Santa and his sleigh behind him. Whoa! Cried Santa, pulling his hat straight. What's going on? Then to his surprise, he heard the ringing sound. Well done, young reindeer, he shouted cheerfully. It must be the bells of St. Louis Cathedral. Don't worry, children. Santa is coming. Then suddenly, crunch! The sleigh hit something as it plummeted through the fog. You have arrived, and the Santa Nav said the Santa Nav unhelpfully. Oh. Finally, when the fog had lifted, Santa discovered exactly where they were. Stuck right at the top of St. Louis Cathedral. Everybody pulled! The reindeer pulled with all their might until at last, with a screeching noise, the sleigh scraped clear of the cathedral. Santa steered them safely away from Jackson Square above the French Quarter along Esplanade Avenue past Piatt House over the New Orleans Museum of Art and down into City Park. Luckily, there was no real damage done, but the packages had all been jumbled up. Santa quickly sorted the presents into order again. All right, said Santa. Thanks to this young reindeer, I know where we are now. Don't worry, children. Santa is coming.
All right now.
Santa drove his sleigh expertly from rooftop to rooftop, all over New Orleans, popping in and out of chimneys as fast as he could, which was pretty fast for a chubby fella. There were big chimneys in Algiers, and small chimneys in the seventh ward. He squeezed down them chimneys in Treme and plummeted down fat chimneys in Lakeview. The youngest reindeer was amazed at how quickly they went. Santa never seemed to get tired at all.
She just stepped
And it
in.
looked like the children in New Orleans are going to be very lucky this year. But the youngest reindeer was starting to feel a bit weary and quite hungry too. Oops. Sorry, guys.
You gotta say all the words you went to, huh?
You haven't got to the part yet.
Okay.
In house after house, Santa dabbled inside his sack for packages of every shape and size. He piled them under the Christmas trees and carefully filled up stockings with surprise. In house after house, the good children of New Orleans had left out a plate of cookies, a soft glass of milk, and a big, crunchy carrot. Santa took a little bite out of each cookie, a tiny sip of milk, wiped his beard, and popped the carrots into his sack. From Metairie to the Marginy, from Gentilly to the Garden District, from Uptown to Tarrytown, from Bourbon Street to Canal Street, and all the places in between, Santa and his sleigh visited every house in New Orleans. Santa delivered presents to Abigail, Addison, Aiden, Alexander, Andrew, Ava, the list went on and on. Violet, Wyatt, Xavier, Zachary, Zoe, Zabil, Zybil, Raven, Ronaldo Jr., and Ron. Zabil? That must be a spelling mistake. Surely.
RJ, you in there too?
Yup! Finally, Santa had delivered the last present on his long New Orleans list. Great moons and stars, sighed Santa. It's past midnight and my sack seems as heavy as ever. I hope I haven't forgotten anyone. Santa opened his sack to check, but it was full of juicy, crunchy carrots. Santa divided the carrots among all the reindeer. Well done, he said, patting the youngest reindeer gently on the nose. But the youngest reindeer didn't hear him. He was too busy munching. When it was time to set off for home, Santa reset his Santa nav once more to the North Pole, and soon they were speeding above the Mississippi River, past the Crescent City connection, and out over the bayou in New